In this video, I'm going to show you how to customize Epinio deployments, how an application is deployed with Epinio, and how to create a custom service to be added in the Epinio marketplace, service marketplace. Everything I'm going to show you is already explained in our documentation website. So under how-tos, you can find the create a custom service page and how to create custom application Helm charts. So I'm going to show you how this works. Let's start with the application Helm charts. So this page. The setup I'm going to use works like this. So on the bottom window, I'm pretending to be the operator. So I have kubectl access to a cluster. This is a local cluster, a K3D one. At the top, I only have Epinio access, so I'm supposed to be the developer here. So whatever I'm doing on the top is the developer, and whatever I'm doing at the bottom is the operator. So an application Epinio is deployed with the default Helm chart. We chose Helm chart because it's a nice contract between Epinio and the operator, and allows the operator to change how the application is deployed. So Epinio has an opinion when the operator doesn't have one, but it allows the operator to change how things work, and this is exactly what we're going to use now, this feature to customize the deployment. So up here, if I do apps list, there's no application running so far, so I'm going to deploy an application. But before I do that, let me first show you what the Helm chart looks like, the default one. So I have already cloned this repository. This is where all the Epinio Helm charts live. One of them is the application one. So if I go to that directory, you'll see under chart, we have various. So now we care about the application one. And in here in templates, actually, I've already made the change to easier show you what's going on. So in here, you'll see I have two changes. I've modified the chart. So just to be able to tell the difference between the original one, I just renamed it and used the new version, start from scratch 001. And I added a file, which is this one, under templates. So it's nothing but a simple secret. You'll see some stuff here, like I'm using a helper function, partial, and some other things. So I just copied them from the deployment. And this is how you should start, probably how you should start tweaking the application. You can have a look at how the deployment works, what it looks like. So this is a helper to ensure that the resource doesn't have a very big name and gets rejected. I reused that here to create a new secret with a safe name that starts with the app name and adds new to that. So it's just a secret with two fields there. So every application I deploy with this chart will have this additional secret. I'm not mounting it anywhere, so we'll just demo that the secret is created, but you can do anything you can imagine after that. It would work pretty much the same. A nice way to start tweaking is by looking at the values file. It has an explanation of the various values you have available, and then obviously you can check how they are used in the various templates. So with these two changes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to package this. So I can do Helm package, and now I got a tarball. I need to make that accessible somewhere. So for this demo, I'm going to copy that to an S3 bucket. I have my command somewhere here. All right. So I'm just copying that, making it public, and I'm copying that to a bucket I own. And that's it. So that's all I had to do as an operator. So I have a Helm chart available, but now I have to let Epinio know this exists, because if I go there, Epinio app chart list, you'll see I only have the standard one. This is the default one. I have to add one more. So the way this works is you create a resource, a Kubernetes resource. It's a custom resource called app chart. You can give it a name. The namespace has to be the one where Epinio is installed. In my case, that's Epinio, the default one. I give it a description. I removed the rest of the fields. I just wanted to keep things simple, but you can obviously, if you follow the instructions here, you can start by yeah, there you are. So there is a command. You can start with the example here: a short description, and a Helm chart URL. Um, I have to apply that. Oh, let me show you that again and explain a bit. Yeah, this is the URL to the chart tarball I just uploaded, and I'm going to create that resource on my cluster. So kubectl apply. All right. So if I do the same command on the top window now as a user, I do that, and you see I have another chart. Okay, I could have used a better description, but anyway, you get the point. So now the user has access to my new application chart, and the way to use that is I'm going to deploy an application and define this app chart. So generally speaking, if you do app push help, you'll see that there is an app chart flag which you can use. So I can do Epinio push. I'll give it a name. I'll call it sample. I don't want to stage anything, so I'm using container image URL here. Sample app. I have a pre-built image, so this will be faster. And app chart is, what did I call it? I think I called it SUSECON. Con. And yes. Um, okay, my app is deployed. Let's see if the secret was created. So I'll use K9s to inspect my cluster. So if I do secrets, let's make this window a little bit bigger, looking for sample. This is, so you see the name was not exactly what I put there because we had that helper that ensures the name is a valid name for resources, but this is the one. So if I just look at it, there you are, data, password, and username. So we use the custom application chart, and that allowed us to customize the deployment, create resources. Obviously, I can change the default resources, but there are some things that have to be there. So start tweaking by copying the original, the default Helm chart, um, which is an easier path. And that's it with app chart. So a good use case is if you wanted, for example, sidecars or give access to secrets that obviously the Epinio core team wouldn't know about, then that's the way to do it. In this second part of the video, I will show you how you can how you can add a service to the Epinio Marketplace. So Epinio Marketplace is what the user sees when they do Epinio Service Catalog. So these are the services I have available and I can provision. These come out of the box with default Epinio installation. They have a dev suffix because they're meant to be used for development only. So we just install Helm charts, the Bitnami actually, Bitnami Helm charts with no modifications. So this may not be the way you want to deploy services in production, but they work pretty well for development. So the way we will start is like the instructions here say, we're going to fetch one of the existing ones and alter it to change which Helm chart to deploy. In my case, so as an operator this time, I'm going to use this command. And there you are. All right. So if I edit that, you'll see, okay, you'll see that it has some fields I don't care about, generated ones by Helm, like manage fields, I can remove them. Down to this point and those. Okay, so the important stuff. First of all, the name. We don't want to overwrite an existing one, so let's decide which one we want to create. So we don't have a Mongo as far as I can tell. Let's try to create a Mongo service. So I'll use again Bitnami chars, so Helm search repo, Bitnami, Mongo. No results found. Bitnami, Mongo, DB. There you are. Okay. I'll create a service out of this chart. So we have a chart version and an app version. I need them both. And I'm going to, okay, no, let's do it in this window. So 509 is the app version. So 509. And the chart version is 12.1.15. 12.1.15. All right, it's called a Mongo. It's called a Mongo dev, MongoDB dev. Let's call it MongoDB dev. Description. Okay, I'm gonna say MongoDB again to keep things simple. I'm not changing this because this is the same repo. This is from Bitnami. MongoDB. Short description. Okay, this is easy. MongoDB service, whatever. Okay, this part I'm keeping. You could skip it. We add that to ensure that when you delete a service, the PVCs get deleted because Helm doesn't do that by default. So Bitnami chars have this nice little extra deploy value, which you can define, and this will create resources for you. And we create a job to delete the PVCs when you delete the or you install the Helm chart. But you can skip it if you don't want it. But I'm keeping that around, so I'm not adding any other values except for this one. And the rest is the same. Let's see if we forgot any MySQL in here. No, doesn't seem so. Okay. So I now have a service which I can create, and as an operator, I'm going to use apply f service YAML, and hopefully, if that worked, as a developer, if I list my catalog services again, I have a MongoDB dev. The app version is correct, and I can create an instance of it. So I can do Epinio service, service, create Mongo. That's the name of my catalog service, and now the name of the instance. So let's say my Mongo. That should be it. Okay. So this is asynchronous. I have to say, let's watch Epinio service show. No, my Mongo. Show me what's going on. It says deployed. Let's see what that means on the cluster side. So it comes up. So the Epinio command knows what Helm knows. Helm is done. So, but yeah, it's also deployed. So we have a Mongo service. Let's see if we can list it. So Epinio service list. Yep, it is deployed. And let's see if we can mount it to an app. Epinio app list. I have my sample app here. Let's say Epinio service bind my Mongo to the sample app. And it's binding the service. So let's see if anything was bound. If I get any secrets in my app, so I'm gonna say Epinio app exec sample to get a terminal to my app, and then I'm going to cat configurations. Yeah, something was mounted, MongoDB, and echo to have a new line. So there it is. I have my Mongo password bound in my app container without actually adding any values or anything. That's the default Helm chart. And that's how you create, I mean, the easiest, the simplest way to create a custom service. Obviously, you don't have to use Bitnami Helm charts, but the contract again here, like it was with the applications, the contract here is that you use Helm, and you can use cross-plane resources, for example, if you want it there. Just have a completely different way to provision services, for example, in public clouds. So that's it.